All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are off to the races. My name is Bill Miller, and I am hosting this week's Minecraft EDU chat. So basically, the subject of this particular chat is how we can best integrate Minecraft's music system into the overall music curriculum. And so we're set to have some pretty good discussion. It's over here on Twitter. So if you'd like to join us and participate, join with the Minecraft EDU hashtag on Twitter. So if I seem a little bit quiet through a good chunk of this, it's just because I've got about 5 different things that I'm trying to do simultaneously. So hold on one case in point. But so all right, so I'm going to get the Minecraft EDU thing up. Very shortly, I'm going to be joined by Mark Grundle and Garrett, assuming that technology wants to behave itself. All right. My favorite project was interesting because there were many different projects throughout my academic life that were a whole lot of fun. But honestly, probably compositions. Oops, boink. All right, so. Okay, it's kind of crazy right now. I'm trying to get Skype up, and it's being a bit interesting. Ah, there we go. Ah, okay, that was loud. Blop, blop. All right, now we're cooking with oil. Hey, there we go.
All right. Hey, Bill.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. And yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just keeping busy. Just trying to make sure everything is going as smoothly as possible. So for those of you who are joined in the stream, I'm joined by Mark and Garrett. So say hi, guys.
Oh, we're live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Okay.
I was not prepared to be live. I apologize to everybody. My voice is sounding a little bit on the ill side.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, something has just been in the air this past week. I know, just north of where I live, we had a fairly large brush fire. Thankfully, it's under control and it's 60% contained last time I checked. But for what it's worth, it's been throwing God knows what up into the air and making things interesting. Yeah. So. I'm currently in the process of scheduling some of those cards Yeah, for whatever reason, when you guys sent it over, Gmail didn't pick it up. So I
Did you? I think you changed your email address since the last time we've.
yeah, probably. So all right. Just typing and trying to. What are using? Hmm. You ever have those days where it's really difficult to type?
Macros.
All the time.
Yeah.
Clipboard. I wish I could have multiple clipboards so that I could just have like multiple copy and paste shortcuts. There's got to be a way to do it.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's got to be, because I would love to have multiple either copy and paste features or multiple just like macros, that I could like type something short and it prints something else out.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Those are macros, right? Aren't those macros?
I think so.
I never figured out how to use macros in World of Warcraft, Garrett. You'd probably hate me for that.
I wouldn't hate you for it.
You would just never let me in your party.
It's more one of those things when you get up to a level where you need to squeeze that extra little bit out. Macros are just very essential.
Yeah.
Right. When you can't get enough on your hotbar and you got to scroll between hotbars or whatever they call them.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Jordan.
Bill, if you can just check the tweet deck, the Twitter
Yeah.
DMs.
Okay, give me a second. There we are. Blink. All right, so the tweet deck. So I've currently got. Oh, okay. Oh, well. Well, the good news is that this was more or less just for, just people too, that if they wanted to hop in and this is for the people who couldn't necessarily be there in the event that we were on topic at one point. But yeah.
Let me just pop you another quick message in there.
Okay.
Wait, what? We looking forward to share some genius hour. What is he talking?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So what would you advise? Okay. All right. Sounds good.
We have quite a few good people here. Okay, so Bill,
Yes.
Continue on with your live stream.
All
Mark and
right.
I are going to say goodbye to everybody. Let us at least introduce ourselves really quick. My name is Garrett Zimmer, APB Jelly Games, and that is Mark Grundle.
Whatever.
And we will catch up with you a little bit later.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Hey, Bill, have a good one.
All right,
We'll
you
chat
too.
later, buddy.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. All right. So we're just so basically, I'm going to be spending part of the chat answering the questions in particular that are the topic of discussion, so to speak. One particular thing that is worth mentioning is there are typically 5 questions every week that are related to Minecraft in whatever particular niche or subtopic that we are currently discussing. So if I go quiet for a little bit, it's just because I'm trying to type in an answer to one of the questions and interact with people as they tweet and come in. Usually for these Minecraft EDU events, I usually see about 30 to 50 educators and administrators pop on. So it's it's always an interesting and fun time. So if I do go silent, please know that is why. Just so that way I can type, and if I try and type and talk at the same time, it just all kind of falls apart. All right, so first things first, I gotta finish. Okay, let's get your tweet. All right. So Mark tweeted out in response to Zap Education at Zap Edu, who had answered question 1 with, "My students loved hearing the Minecraft soundtrack while in class during work time. Said it led to great focus." And so Mark replies, "Really, I hate to admit this, but the first thing I do when logging into a new Minecraft EDU is to turn music down to 0 and sound to 40%. And I can't fault him for that. I turn Minecraft music off. For whatever reason, I find it extremely depressing. Actually, the current soundtrack. So I'm probably not the best advocate for this, but yeah. So it's. So for those who are just joining us, the first question is, how can Minecraft EDU make music more relevant and meaningful for students, and we've already gotten quite a few responses. And one pervasive trend that I'm noticing is a lot of educators are saying, while I know music, I don't know how to incorporate it into Minecraft EDU. And that's the beauty of what we can try and cover today. One particular thing that I like to use Minecraft for is, in particular, the note blocks. Because the note blocks, and I've said this before, and I'll say it 1,000 more times, is it provides so many opportunities to touch on many different aspects of music education, whether it be discussing intervals, discussing ear training, if it has to do with even compositions themselves. It's incredibly flexible in what it does. So one thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to go silent for a little bit now while I respond. so above all else, one thing that it's there was a train of thought there, and I saw something, and by Cynthia Gozzard at Mrs. Gozzard, or Mrs._Gozzard, 2 Z's on Twitter. It's basically she mentioned that I'm thinking about making connections to song lyrics like hashtag Minecraft jams, making music relevant to student interest, and that is absolutely crucial. So the students are never going to grasp music or particularly grab onto it with both hands and stick with it if the music isn't in some way relevant to what what they like. And that's one step that Minecraft allows us to do, is it allows us to take the music from the abstract and put those concepts into a tangible form of expression that the kids are familiar with. Because a lot of these kids, if you're doing Minecraft in a general education classroom, you're not going to necessarily have access to instruments, and a lot of these kids won't necessarily know how to play instruments at this point. Like if you're teaching a 3rd grade classroom, they haven't gotten into the instruments yet. So it's kind of an interesting it's an interesting application, shall we say. All right, so one thing I'm going to do all right, so I'm going to tweet out. All right, so we are cooking with oil. All right, so and Cynthia Gossard also mentioned that that this is in effect differentiated learning, and she's 1,000% correct. With differentiated instruction, not all kids, and I've said this from day one, not all kids are going to have the same way and methods of learning that other folks might have. So Minecraft is an avenue that the kids who aren't particularly bookish or aren't necessarily they don't necessarily test well. This is a good way for them to apply the skills covered in class to determine understanding. All right. All right. Now we're cooked with oil. All right. All right. Now I go back. Q4. So now we just gotta keep up. Make sure I've got, okay, so I did Q4 already. All right, Q5. Oops. Wish I could type today. It's one of those things where it's just kind of So what other ideas can you think of? Add images. We're gonna do. It's crazy though. It's crazy. All right. So I think we're all caught up. All right. Howdy, Izzy. How are you doing? All right. So yeah. So for those of you just joining us, we are now on to the second question of the evening, and that is, how can educators begin to integrate Minecraft EDU's music system into their lessons, and why should they? I touched briefly on this in my previous answer. The crux of this is using the note block system. The note blocks are going to be crucial. One thing that Catherine D mentioned is that while she's overall unsure how to do it, adding a coding music piece adds a new challenge for students, and that's a brilliant idea. So just blink. All right, so now we're cooking with fire. All right, so. All right, so. Now, in talking about utilizing the note blocks, hold on one second. I want to show folks. Let's go here. Let's hop over here real quick. So, with Minecraft's most recent update to 1.12, we have number one about 5 more instruments that we can do with. Yeah, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 new instruments. No, just kidding. Just 5. So 5 new instruments. We've got flute, we've got guitar, we have xylophone, we have chimes, and we have bells. So I mean, percussionists everywhere must be really, really happy at the moment. But we've got different layers like we would have in Photoshop. So in essence, you could just build heaven knows what you wanted to do. And I'm just kind of playing around here. Just for fun. You can adjust the speed at which it plays, and then when you're finally done, you can export the schematic, and all's well that ends well. And then you can import that schematic into Minecraft directly, and then Bob's your uncle. So getting back to answering questions here. So yeah, and Garrett just tweeted out, just kind of reiterating, many educators don't know that note blocks are even a thing, or they don't realize how versatile Minecraft note blocks can be, and they think it's maybe there for decoration, or if you wanted to set up like a simple doorbell. Well, that's certainly an option. There's so much more that can be done, and Rachel Mills and at Shelly Mill, she goes, I've never used note blocks. I'm going to try them as soon as this chat is over, and I'm going to say brilliant. Try utilizing Note Block Studio. Can then use to export schematics. Of course, it's always all right. Brilliant. Try using Note Block Studio, which. All right, so now we're cooked with. Well, now this has me intrigued. Yeah. So it's really interesting. I was having an interview maybe a few weeks ago, and we were just talking about it. I spoke with this administrator for about 45 minutes on just how much Minecraft can affect music education, and he didn't know about note blocks. He didn't realize, and I think I got him converted. Yeah, converted. I talk goodly today, but yeah, it gets converted, and I think he's planning to include Minecraft. So, fingers crossed more administrators will follow. But part of this has to do with simply, educating the educators about the benefits of Minecraft. And speaking of benefits, we are now at question 3. What are the benefits and challenges of using Minecraft EDU? as a tool for music education. And for anyone just joining us, please follow and participate in this Twitter chat by using at Minecraft EDU. And I'd love to hear what you think. So let us get right into this. Mark Rundle made an excellent point just about 2 minutes ago. He goes, looks like it's built off Gardner's multiple intelligences. I'd argue there are billions of types of intelligences like people, and I think he's completely correct. And he said this in reply to a person called Benjamin Kelly, who said that musical intelligence is one of 9 intelligences humans can strengthen. To not include music ed in Minecraft EDU is irresponsible, and I can't agree more. I think that hits the nail on the head right there. And especially in districts where they can't afford fully fledged music programs, Minecraft EDU is a lot less expensive than trying to get $1,000 instruments and have a band program. While I think band is incredibly important, schools don't always have those funds available, so having this on hand helps out. All right, so Mark also had mentioned about he's wondering how teachers can become more comfortable with the tool like note blocks. And I'm thinking of creating more tutorials and so it's all kind of crazy, but let me do benefits. The benefits are numerous means and methods. Now, unfortunately, the one hitch with note blocks is, and for people like me who are composers, it's a big thorn in our side. But for those who are just starting out, 2 octaves is more than enough. Note blocks are limited to 2 octaves, from F#3 to F#5. Seems very strange that they would choose that particular range. I would love to see it expanded on either end so that way it embodies 3 full octaves. So I'm just Justin M. Clymer also had mentioned that the learning gap for the teachers could discourage the use of Minecraft EDU. And Garrett replied to that just now. He goes, I think that's a big challenge all around Minecraft. That's why we started these chats. We support each other. Hashtag never alone. And, I completely agree. To which Catherine replies, I think the biggest challenge I have whenever I talk Minecraft EDU is this idea that teachers have to be the expert. Note blocks might be intimidating. And I think to a certain degree that is an issue. And I don't profess to be 100% knowledgeable, and teachers themselves aren't going to be 100% knowledgeable. They're not going to know every single thing that comes across. And as educators, we need to be able to step back and go and say, I don't know something. Because if we're going to be good educators, we need to be able to admit when we don't know something, but also keep learning. The educators that become stagnant and and don't that they don't do much. They hurt the kids. So I think educators are always supposed to keep learning. So I'm going to reply to that actually. All right. All right. So someone's talked about a mod. Now mods are an interesting thing. I found some really cool ones where, and I'm trying to, and I'm spacing on the name right now, but there was a mod that would allow you to import Adobe audio files and basically plop them into different instruments. But the only problem with that is I don't believe the Minecraft EDU client is yet able to support mods. So let me just check the tweet deck real quick, make sure that I am on top of things. Yeah, and I just have one more thing to schedule. All right. Here we are. Role and location. So it appears no one's actually, watching the stream right now. That's okay. This is meant to be there for people, who weren't able to attend the stream tonight and are just kind of, playing catch up. So I'm just paying attention. So. Okay. All right. 52 notifications. All right. So a general FYI. Instruments. So as I mentioned before, Minecraft EDU 1.12 introduces 5 new instruments: flute, guitar, bells, chimes, and xylophone. Not too sold on how the xylophone sounds, but when you're dealing with MIDI, that's kind of you know small price to pay, right? Small price to pay. All right, so for anyone just joining us, question 4: what examples have you seen of Minecraft being used to empower learning? How can Minecraft EDU support this? I've seen. So back when I was in high school, after school we would go into the library, which was just off of the high school. It was wonderful because it was all in one area, and I would see these kids playing the really early version of Minecraft before it was anything to write home about, but I could see them. It was really interesting. I could see people pulling up kids who were trying to make castles. They were doing research. They were trying to find out what castles looked like, and in this case, Minecraft was an avenue for them to learn about the history. It was a mouthpiece for learning, and I think Minecraft EDU as the actual Minecraft game itself, there's really nothing different aside from the fact that Minecraft EDU has educational support. Is that it's going to inspire kids to try something new, and adults, because this learning isn't limited to just kids. All right. Okay, yeah. So Rachel Mills clarified for me that Minecraft EDU definitely does not support mods, so my initial guess was correct. I'm just trying to think. Boom, boom. Yeah, Mark tweeted out, because someone was asking about resources available to educators. John Miller's Minecraft EDU lab. It's available on Amazon. It's well worth a read. It has brilliant information. So, I gotta who you are and what. All right, so I do have a little time. All right. Add images. Outro. Schedule tweet. All right, so I think we're all caught up for what we need. All right. All right, so All right. So. All right. So I'm going to. All right. So it appears that some folks are having connection troubles. That's understandable. I'm going to copy this. All right. So. All right. So. I'd be very sad if for some reason audio wasn't working or something like that, and I'm just spending an hour. You see my lips moving, but no sound is coming out. I would be very, very sad about that. I hope it didn't. That would be bad. That would be catastrophic. But yeah, so very shortly we're going to be moving into question 5. So, but let's real quickly backtrack and cover some of the tweets that have been going on while I've been busy chatting your ear off. Mark tweets for question 4. He goes, for me, I would use Minecraft EDU as the stage, students as the producers and designers, and then bring in music to support the productions. I really like that analogy. I like that metaphor. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Students as the producers and the designers, and I would say that the music. I wouldn't necessarily that the music supports the productions. I think that the music is the production, because you're using Minecraft EDU as the stage. So. All right, so let's see some other tweets. Oh, my internet hates me today. It hates me. All right, so come on, get up, blink. One new result. Oh, one thing also that I want to share, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up. All right, so actually what I'm going to do is me. So where is my, there we go. Blink. Copy a link. Let's see, blink. A couple weeks back to great history and composition with note blocks. All right, and now we're off to the races. All right, so question 5 just came out. Question 5, what other ideas can you think of where Minecraft and Minecraft EDU can be used to support other learning subjects and learning efforts? I mean, when you're trying to collaborate, I'm trying to word this in the right way. One of the best ways to ensure the survival of a music or arts program in general is being able to integrate and connect with other, how should I say, other subjects. Because if you can prove to an administrator that your program has wide appeal, you have a better chance of of making sure that your program gets the resources it needs. So I think Minecraft can definitely be used to support other learning subjects. I mean, if we're talking with music integration, you could have the kids, for example, try and, if you're making a castle or something, you could have the kids try and put together a medieval sounding note block track or something using instruments available. If they were using NPCs, you could create medieval bards and whatnot. So you've got the history aspect that you can incorporate. But in general, I've seen Minecraft used for all sorts of subjects. Spanish classes, English classes, math classes. I mean, the opportunities are endless. So I'm going to just tweet out. Okay. What else was I gonna say? All right. So we're nearly going to start wrapping up this chat in the next 6 minutes or so. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate that for question 5, is what other ideas can you think of where Minecraft and Minecraft EDU can be used to support other learning subjects? I think the biggest part of that is that if the teachers are willing to work together and utilize their resources, I mean, you'll find that anything is possible. So we do A5 link. All right. So Cynthia Gozzard had tweeted out something where she was saying, in this link, students recorded her voice in GarageBand singing, and then used Camtasia to combine with the screencast, which I think that's incredibly clever, because if you think about that, if you use Camtasia to combine with the screencast, that's music, film scoring right there. So well done. All right. So, like I said, we're wrapping up. Oh, Izzy Orchestral said the audio is okay. That's good. Yeah, because I was seeing, the stream help, bar. It looked all good, but then I was looking at my face and there was no sound, and it was just all over the place. So I'm just trying to keep up with everything and make sure that I'm seeing as many streets. The other problem with when Twitter updated itself not too long ago and has the new notification system, I no longer get the notifications as regularly as I'm supposed to. So people will follow me and I won't have any idea. And so my numbers, fluctuate all over the place because people get grumpy that I didn't follow them back on Twitter. And it was just, it's just like, I didn't see you. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. Yeah, and Garrett, brings up a good point. He goes, music is math, computational thinking, and historical. I can't, this, completely correct. So yeah, wow. If we had a longer period of time, and I think as the summer goes on, I'll be making more kind of music educational videos, like the history. One particular thing, and this is kind of funny, but it all has to do with. All right, where did TweetDeck go? All right. But one thing that I had noticed was what I call the curse of Vienna, that many different composers, died in Vienna. So I mean, I'll probably do a video, talking about that. But if people wanted to, they could, if they wanted to build, a famous historical building in Vienna. If they wanted to build Mozart's house, that's an avenue where they learn about the different composers. So the recap is basically just who you are, what your position is, and where you're from, what response, resource, or comment from tonight's Minecraft EDU chat really inspired you. But I think. Everyone knows who I am, Bill Miller. I'm a composer for film and TV. I'm also an educator, and I think the biggest part is just learning about all the resources Minecraft has to offer, and brainstorming. It's very easy for us to get set in a mindset where we can't do anything else. It's where we can't come up with new ideas, and it helps that when we're able to talk to our colleagues and go, okay, I've tried this, it doesn't work, what else do I have available? And I think it's honestly the that's the biggest resource. So recap, able to all right, so we're basically just finishing this up. So awesome chat, everyone. Thank you to everyone who can attend, and this video should be still around. I'm hoping it'll still be around, but for those of you who could turn in, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll have some more live streams that aren't necessarily as talky. Like maybe when I'm working on a piece or something, I will live stream it or something. Give you guys something to look at, and my page just kind of went all really kind of kooky and all over the place. So I'm gonna finish up this. Come on, retweet. There we go. I'm gonna finish up the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. And until next time, this is Bill Miller signing off. Until next time, play on.